Hey everybody, it's Overkill here with a first in pretty much a new series, I guess. Um, a great viewer by the name of Greek Iraklis, I'm sorry if that's not how it's pronounced, has sent me a huge file, or folder, or email, I don't know, consisting of a bunch of replays from a tournament that he took part in, called Clash of Nations, I believe, or Cup of Nations, I think that's what it was, sorry. Yes, basically a tournament where he had to he was given a faction, which is Pontus, and he had to play as them against all of the other people. So you can see that he plays as Pontus. Don't worry, I have looked through a lot of these replays, and he does change up his army, so we may not look at all of them, but of course we will look at quite a few of them because, well, it's a lot of content that I can cover, and I like that. And of course, he'll be playing against pretty much every faction in the game, or not everyone, but a lot of them. You can even see there's a Pontus v Pontus here. But the first match we're going to be looking at is Arverni versus Pontus. Now, there are some rules, and if you bear with me, I could open them up because apparently my Gmail app crashed on my phone while I was trying to look at it. So I can very quickly look at it. Nope, that is the wrong folder. God damn, I am right on top of my game right now. Here we go. So if we look at the rules a little bit before we get into this, I suppose we can get into the battle. You can see it's Greek Iraklis versus his opponent Chaitai Khan. Hopefully I remember that name. But we are of course going to get into this replay, and you can see the army compositions here. Interestingly enough, no Oathsworn for the Arverni. Now I'm definitely not into the meta of Rome 2, but no Oathsworn is kind of seems like a big deal. So if we just look at the quick army comps, or just everything. Their treasury was 11,700, large unit size, Nemetisena as the map, and all the other stuff. You could only have 6 of the same unit maximum. You can only have 10 infantry, maximum 6 melee infantry, maximum 4 units of pikes, 8 cav units max, 8 dismounted missile units max. Max 3 horse archers / javelin cavalry, and they count towards the 8 units of cavalry. 1 chariot or 1 elephant considered cavalry. No artillery, no deployables, or defensive fortifications. So let's get right into this. Now, I'm not quite sure because I haven't watched through all of his battles, but I would imagine that most of the ones that Greek has sent me are ones that he wins. So we'll see about that as we get into this. But you can see he's moving his mercenary Scythian horse archers up, and they look quite cool. Oh, these Scythians as they charge across the fields of Nemetisena. You'll see that soon enough they're going to be into range, and they're going to start firing some arrows at these Celtic warriors. Not really going to be doing much at this in this opening engagement, but you can see that in a second they're about to. Yep, there we go. They start firing. They're not really going to kill anybody. Their shields block quite a few arrows before they can really start actually killing anybody. But you can see now he's just going to park these guys here, and he will of course start killing some as he continues to shoot at them. So you can see that a couple have died now. He has his other 2 over here harassing this unit of Celtic warriors, and there's also a unit of Celtic slingers coming over here. And if he's not smart, these Celtic slingers could do a lot of damage, but of course I'm not quite sure how much of a chance this guy has against this Pontic army. But I don't know if I mentioned in the beginning or not, but I am running Shadowplay as my new recording software, which is excellent. It seems to be working pretty good after a few tests. It's drastically cut. If it works properly, it's going to drastically cut down on my on the time it takes me to make videos. It sounds like I won't have to edit my voice anymore, which is excellent. Now, of course, I might just be lucky in those little tests, and all of a sudden when I get into this video, my audio is going to be really buzzy and buzzy? Is that even a word? Static. There's going to be a lot of static. I don't know. But from the tests, there was nothing. So all I have to do is kind of boost the volume, because for some reason my microphone and game volume is very loud, very quiet, and I can't turn it up anymore. So I don't know what's up with that. But perhaps it'll help a lot with reducing the time it takes to make these videos, which is fine by me. But yeah, you can see the Arverni player is going just all in, basically. He's charging forward as cavalry, which I wouldn't say is a great move. He's using heavy horse and letting them get charged by naked swords. It's been interesting. He's charging in his Celtic warriors, however. So these noble blood cav are just in the same position as them, basically. But Pontus definitely has the advantage in this fight. You can see that his unit, the Arverni units, are already getting chewed up, basically. We have some pikes engaging these guys right here. And you can see that they just managed to get their pikes down. They don't care about these Celtic warriors. They're going to take them down. But, yeah. There's also some other heavy horse flanking over here, but now he's going to get engaged by the Pontic general, it seems. Or maybe he's just strolling right through. Who knows? But yeah, you can see these horse archers have just been pushed back into the corner, basically, by these Celtic slingers. I don't know if he wasn't paying attention or not, but oh, actually, never mind. There we go. This is exactly what I was about to say, that he could just charge these Celtic slingers and take them right out of the battle just by charging into them. So, of course, we'll take a look at that. And there we go. They charge right in, and look at that. They just flatten these Celtic slingers. So that unit is effectively out of the match already. If you look at the rest of the battle, it's going pretty good. This flank, the Arverni definitely heavily assaulted, but you can see that they're still not really taking the advantage here. Their heavy horse are dying. More and more Pontic units are coming in to help out, and the Arverni player is actually charging his general into pikes, slightly into pikes. They got stopped right before them, but I mean still. Since they're spear nobles and not oath thrown, I'm not really sure much. I'm not much sure on how effective they can actually be. I doubt they'll really be able to do much against sword infantry. But I digress. Again, I'm not into the meta of Rome 2. I'm not definitely not a pro by any means. I don't really play Rome 2 online, so I am definitely not one to judge the actions of any of these players unless it's very, very foolish. Which, of course, I guess one could consider not bringing Oathsworn foolish. But of course, people could win with Arverni without them, or at least I would imagine. But it definitely bites this guy in the back. You can see he still does good against some of these units. He's definitely killing quite a few men. On this side, on both of the flanks, essentially, the Arverni did pretty good, but in the center, you can see that they just got absolutely mulched. Over here, they got mulched as well, so what am I really saying? It's only on this side that they're actually doing anything successful, really. They are about to break this bronze shield pikemen, but nope, they actually come back, so never mind. They're still in the fight. These Cappadocian cavalry just charged into these heavy horse, so they'll probably finish them off. And you can see that the enemy general has just been isolated from the rest of his army. It's quite, I don't understand what the Arverni player's thinking was. In the fact that he charged his general into multiple units from the Pontic army and just didn't support him until now. But now it's too late. His unit is wavering. They've lost most of their men. Maybe even at this point he's died. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, he's dead at this point. So I'm not quite sure what the Arverni player's thinking was. But who knows? Who knows what was going on? But this is definitely going to have repercussions across most of the Arverni army. These chosen units may have discipline. I'm not quite sure. Again, I'm not up to date on everything about Rome 2. But, yeah. We'll just watch this fight a little bit. These naked warriors are just carving through these guys. And their morale isn't holding up that well due to the fact that the general's dead and all that. But we get some pretty cool fighting, so I'm okay with that. And over here, the Arverni units are just getting destroyed by a mix of two Pontic cavalry units. You can see they just sandwiched these guys and just sent them flying everywhere. But yeah, the Pontic player has been quite wise in just leaving this chosen spearman alone. You can see the Arverni player has just completely forgotten about him. So now he's just peppering him with these horse archers. Basically, he's not even paying attention to these guys. So of course they are going to die quite quickly to this mass of horse archer fire. You can see every volley is killing multiple chosen spearmen, and that is not a cheap unit. So that is definitely good for the Pontic player. And you can see it's the final few moments of this battle. A few more cavalry charges into these certain units, and they're just all broken. And that is a victory for Greek. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this first multiplayer battle from the Cup of Nations tournament. Of course, I haven't been following it. I didn't even know it really existed until he sent me this. But I am quite glad he did. So Greek Iraklis, if you watch this, thank you for sending me your Thank you for sending me your replays. I will do my best to get through most of them, if not all. And yeah, but again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next Cup of Nations battle with Pontus. But until then, this has been Overkill as always, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Oh, never mind, I'm a dingus. Here's the results. You can see that Greek still had over 1,000 men left. His unit's doing very good. His cavalry getting hundreds of kills, basically. This unit didn't do too well, but oh well. His slingers got a few kills each. His pikes did relatively well. These two units did quite well, 80 and 77 respectively. 46-65. This unit of naked swords did really good, 109 kills. And you can see just how it went for the Arverni player. This unit of chosen swordsmen did good. You can see they hardly even lost anybody. More units like this would have been useful. These spears just didn't do very good. This one unit did. His general got 50 kills. That's not really good. This unit of Celtic warriors got 100. But you can see that his army was quite ineffective against this one, led by Greek. But sorry guys for cutting off before showing you this. I will remember to do it in the next one. But anyway, for real this time. This has been Overkill as always, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.